Hey, you guys, it's me, the Akashic Empress, and I'm back to do part two of Universal Law, 50 primary universal laws. Okay, this is going to be starting from 26 on through to 50. Okay, and if you're just joining us, thank you for tuning into my channel. I hope everyone is well. Please refer to part one. Okay, which is from 1 to 25, and we're going to pick up where we left off from 26 to 50, okay? And these are the other half of 50 universal laws and how these laws govern your results in life if and when they are or are not adhered to, followed, and implemented into your life's decisions, choices, and actions, okay? And you know that this course is for you to become more aware, knowledgeable, informed, and insightful in regards to these laws, how they can alter and affect your life, and also change the course and dynamics of it, okay? So, without further ado, let's finish part two of universal law. After each law, you will hear me ground the energies, okay? And move on to the next law. So, while I get my notes, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope everyone is blessed and well. There we go. And let's get started. Law number 26, the law of experience. New information entering into your mind destroys previous information of a similar nature. Once a pathway of information has been established in your brain, that viewpoint will prevail unless new information comes in to destroy and replace it. An example: while horseback riding, you fall off and hurt yourself. Now, if that's the end of your experience with horses, your experience has been programmed negatively. That's why instructors always encourage new riders to climb back up aboard the horse immediately after falling off. You need fresh new input to erase the trauma of the fall. The law is a organic process that does not require your conscious attention or active participation. It subjects that the basic processes of the brain are in an endless state of growth and reorganization. The law of experience can be used effectively in an altered state of consciousness programming because your subconscious cannot tell the difference between a fantasized experience and a real experience. An example: if you always feel extremely anxious in a crowd, in an altered state, you can vividly imagine yourself perfectly relaxed in a crowd of people. Your mind will accept this as a reality and invoke the law of experience. After a few days, weeks, or months of this programming, your mind will have total experience being calm in crowds and will carry over into your personal reality. Law number 27, the law of fearful confrontation. If you fear doing something and yet have the courage to do it anyway, you will soon do a mental flip flop and may even become addicted to doing it. An example: if you fear skydiving but force yourself to do it, your experience generates the internal release of data orphins. This internally manufactured orphins resembles opiates, and they're quite addicting. The more you skydive, the more you will want to skydive or scheme or gamble. Whatever it was that you originally feared still causes you this internal rush. Law number 28, the law of group consciousness. We are all electro-connected to one another. It is possible for anyone to tune into anyone else. Number 29, the law of personal return. This law is just really another way to view karma. Some people prefer. An example, if you think negatively of someone or send hateful thoughts to them, the thoughts may harm the person, but in due course, they will return to the sender as sent. The same is true as disharmonious deeds. But the good news is the law of personal return also works in reverse. If you send positive thoughts, words, and deeds, positivity will be returned to the sender. Number 30, the law of activity. Action is a result of thought and part of a triad. Every thought produces a chemical process in your consciousness is the manifestation of motive, intent, and desire. This meaning of two is necessary for action and will ordain the karmic implications. 31, the law of denial. When you refuse to deal with a highly emotional issue or refuse to take responsibility for an unpleasant situation, you avoid living up to your potential. Such things can be put off for a lifetime, but the effects will be experienced physically, mentally, or as a lifestyle manifestation until you correctly balance the situation. 32, the law of new beginnings. For each of us in our time, there are major life turning points. There is a break in the energy wave pattern, and a complete change will result. Everything is affected by this change in flux, some things to a lesser degree than others. An example, number 1, a tragic situation like the death of a loved one. 2, a religious conversion. 3, a point in therapy when something clicks and from that point on, the patient begins to get well. 4, a mother giving birth to a baby. 33, the law of compensation. You and you alone are responsible for everything that happens to you. While all this is a result of your past thoughts, words, and deeds, which will form your present attitude. Your attitude toward life and life experiences return to you in the form of rewards and problems, as love and joy, or infused in trouble or heartbreaking experience. Karmic rewards or punishments can be delivered immediately at a later date in your present life or in a future reincarnation. 34, the law of psychometric influence. Two things, adamant or inanimate, once in contact with each other, will continue to act upon each other even at a distance long after the actual contact has been severed. Matter coming into contact with other matter absorbs and influences as a result of the contact. There is a psychometric blending of the influent emanations. Like someone coming in contact with a piece of inherited jewelry will be influenced by the psychometric emanations of the original owner. The more empathic the person is, the more they will be influenced by the state of mind of the original owner. When a contact takes place between two people, the intensity of the contact will dictate the degree and duration of the influence. So, a sexual union will result in a lengthy mental connection between two people, even if they did not see each other again. They may not recognize this consciously, but on an unconscious level, contact and influence continues. Number 35, the law of one. Because I am a part of God, I obtain the potential to perform as God. Number 36, the law of dominant desire. A stronger emotion will always dominate a weaker one. The stronger emotion will always nullify the weaker one. Every idea you perceive is the beginning of a manifestation, although all ideas are not expressed in reality. Number 37, the law of duality. The universe and all energy functions on a yin-yang balance, resulting in a tension between opposites. Yin, negative; yang, positive. And we all contain these dual aspects as expressed as love and hate, harmony and chaos, good and evil. Actually, this tension is necessary for structure to exist, and human beings are energy structures. Without tension, we don't exist. There is a need for dual balance in our lives, negative and positive. Take a car battery, for example. It needs both negative and positive to work. And so do we. Number 38, the law of self-destruction. That which is totally successful tends to destroy itself. Pinnacles, peaks, high levels in life tend to result in self-destruction. Too much success equals no challenge, leading to self-destruction. Continue challenge with balance. Obtain total success, not complacency. Always give yourself new challenges. If you let the challenge go too far, self-destruction is a result. Number 39, the law of environmental manifestation. Everything around you is an extension of you. Your mate, your home, furniture, cars, pets, your yard, your office. Your environment is a reality picture of your core beliefs and expresses your self-image and overall views. Number 40, the law of restriction. Man cannot create anything higher than his own level of understanding. Society can never get any better than the level of mankind as a whole. Our systems, once are changed, usually only add new burdens to already ineffective systems. Time has proven that this approach to a new society doesn't work, and our mistake isn't trying to right the wrongs of the world from the outside in. This is working on the effect instead of the cause, and it's doomed for failure. Instead, we must work from the inside out. In order to heal the world, we must first heal ourselves. Number 41, the law of self-worth. You can only attract to you that which you feel worthy of. Your self-esteem is critical to your happiness and success. Truth is, you are not what you have. You are not what you do. Beneath your fear programming, you are perfect. An enlightened soul, fully self-actualized and a living example of unconditional love. It is only lifetimes of fear programming that is keeping you from acknowledging who you really are. The more you can let go of the fears, the higher your self esteem, the more options you will have, and the more risks you will take. The better you like yourself, the better others will like you, and the more worthy you will feel. 42. The law of growth. If there is no growth without discontent deep within your center at the level of higher self, you will know what's best for you, and it will always be to strive for more awareness. Never allow yourself to reach a level of self satisfaction where there is no new challenge. For most of us, there will be no growth without agitation or discontent. So the idea is to carefully study your dissatisfactions, for they will tell you what you are about to leave behind and possibly point you in new directions. Make sure the future is one of happiness and success. Number 43, the law of self-truth. Truth is what works for you. If you believe something to be, it becomes truth for you. The idea is to be very careful about what you expect to be, for it will influence all aspects of your life and your future. Number 44, the law of summarized experience. You are the sum total of all that has ever happened to you. In this life, you are now living and in all of your pasts. Everything from your health to your relationships, your sex life, your developed abilities, your career standings, everything else can be used as a barometer to show who you are and will tell if your conscious and subconscious are focusing in harmony. Number 45, the law of belief. You can have anything you want if you can give up the belief that you can't have it. As long as what you want doesn't conflict with someone else's belief. An example, you can't desire a love relationship with someone whose beliefs conflict. Number 46, the law of inner direction. Karma has directed your past life and present life experiences, always urging you to forward ahead into activities and experiences to form the character required to fulfill your destiny. Listen to your inner direction, which is your intuition. Law number 47, the law of purifying action. Live using these three pillars. 1. Generosity equals abundance and harmony. 2. Moral restraint. Sleeping with people resulting in hurt to self and others, taking lives, stealing, no morals. Number 3. Meditation equals concentration and insight. Number 48, the law of karmic access. Karma incurred in one incarnation could be so overwhelmingly harmonious or disharmonious. To have it all return in one lifetime would put you out of balance. Therefore, it is dispersed or worked out within more than one incarnation. An example, karmic debt. And collective, conducive to law number 48, please refer to law number 33, which is the law of compensation. Runs very parallel to the law of karmic access. Number 49, the law of release. It advises you to let go of anything that is no longer useful or purposeful without regrets and without resentment. Release people, places, and things, etc. The pleasure should be in the moment of the experience. And when it's no longer useful, by letting go, you free yourself to start another learning experience without being bound by the old one. Number 50, the law of ritual. Any act performed repetitively with specific intent becomes a ritual. Each time the ritual is repeated, its powers enhance in three ways. Number 1, by focusing on the intent, the performer intensifies the power of his mind to control reality. Number 2, the performer gives permission to his guides on the other side to assist him with the desired manifestation. Number 3, each performance of the ritual draws upon the energy of all who have used the ritual throughout all times. Collective, and there you have it. Part 2 of our 50 primary universal laws. You guys, I certainly hope you found it informative. You gain knowledge, wisdom, awareness, and insight. And I pray, collective, that you begin to follow, adhere to, and implement these laws into your everyday life so you can have a very harmonious experience here on earth, be it that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. And until we meet up again, you guys, love and light. Namaste.